Shure. Welcome to the world of synth. Cable's a bit dangly. You're going to have to excuse the state of the studio because it's still being renovated. Anyway, it's Wednesday. I quite like that. Sort of slipping off into the distance. Not unlike a cat pooing under the table. No modification. Why? Couldn't find a thumbnail. Unhappy. Oh, Q. I'm not quite sure I follow that. The Wookiee. Anyway, welcome. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30 or thereabouts. It's the world of synth with GetJervis, your friendly neighborhood cat protector. Although I think I need protecting from the cats after Sunday's unfortunate event where contractual obligations were not met, and unfortunately Jackson decided to provide he could protest his thumbnail rights and he did indeed poo under the table. He's just been over there. I scrubbed it that night, I swear. I scrubbed it, cleaned it. I have not let him in here. The windows have been open. There's been a flow of air. So the room is quite simply, stank-free. But he's just been over there to have a sniff. And I'm thinking, like, no, you go, you do that again. I mean, literally, literally do that again. I'm sewing your butt up. Just doing that. No sign of Tom tonight. Shroomi's on Tom watch. And when Tom does come, there will be a treat for Shroomy for returning the Tom. So it would be of benefit if you are watching this crafting in your zone. I still feel I'm a little bit lopsided. The camera says it's at horizontal perfect pitch. Hey, Robbie. Under the guise of Pro Synth Network, welcome. So let's just have a see who's in the chat. Shroomy, you are in the chat. Wagoo, John, Andy, Marky, the Wookiee, Jack, John, Tom, Steve, Biscuit or Bicky, Kent. How are you getting on with that CS80? I've played with that just out in the case. When I literally found that, I had a moment. It was like that in Pulp Fiction when they open the briefcase and there's like gold bathing. Oh, it's that. But it's like, anyway. So good to see you, Andy. As you had, Cressy, Oliver Bowen. What? So you've been jamming along? Nice, Tom. How you doing? So Probes, welcome back. Synth Samurai. Bro Stash is looking sweet. Yeah, man. It's I'm trying to get it proper. I'm not tempted yet to wax the points. I think they need to be. I'm going for a more European look. Sort of circa 1873. Very, Wilhelm. This is a Wilhelm moustache. I'm going German with my moustache. It's not a bad thing. But, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. Thank you, brother. Anyway, who else have we got in the chat? A lot of people. Wabbit. Yeah. Peter Coit. What's going on? Crunchy and funky. Yes, it was. Paul Holmes. Welcome. Tonal Axis. Richard, I hope you're feeling better. And so we've got Steve on spanner duty. Remember, if you need to get my attention, 4Q. 4Qs at the beginning of your sentence. Uh-oh. Was that you, Shroomy? Tom has arrived. Knock on the door if it was you. It wasn't. Shroomy, you better come and get your treats. Tom's just arrived without your help, but you can still have the treats. They're on the doorstep. And if you don't have them by the end of the stream, if they're there, I will eat them. Thomas. We've got a bit of a snifferama going on now. Uh-oh. I used Dettol and a big solid brush and rubber gloves. There's a before and after picture, but I mean, this is why we need a Patreon, right? So I can actually give you value for money from the channel by showing you pictures of cat turds. Jackson's turd of the week. Oh, God. I mean, nobody would pay for that, would they? You know, I mean, it's a thing, though, right? It's a thing. People do all sorts of things, you know, I mean, for that kind of money. If I've not, anyway, thank you for joining me live. If you're a lurking gherkin sat in your sofa, good on you. I'd like to be lurking and gherkin and not drinking coffee, speaking to your fine self, but I'm doing this, so you're doing that. That's fine. Thank you for being a lurking gherkin. And if you're watching this in the future, I don't know why. Hey, it's Thomas! Uh-oh. Yeah, I found all the cat treats. Should we deal with that? Oh, he knows. He knows. Oh, Team Tom. Okay, let's just get this out of the way with. This is why you come here, to see the cats eat in the wild. Hey, Marky. Oh, there we go. Shall I do some for Jackson? You don't deserve any food ever again. Ever, 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 ever. I'm on top messages. What's going on? Hey, Jim. Jim Clue. All messages. Fan funding. What's that about? As your head. Don't use the pine smelly stuff as it encourages them to mask it with... Use white vinegar. The Wookiee, that is furry. Well, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's not. The Dettol is like its own kind of smell, isn't it? This is not scented. But white vinegar, that's a class. I love white vinegar. White vinegar and bicarb of soda is basically all you need in life. And I've been watching all sorts of things saying that bicarb of soda is like. Just drink it. Drink a teaspoon in a glass of water every day. Keeps the doctor away. I mean, it's really good for you. So if you've got poor health, what you got to lose? Do it. Do it. I do like to, but this is a diabetic thing. I do like to have a little bit of apple cider vinegar in a shot, unwatered down because I'm just sick like that. Before I eat. But I could have done with that today actually. Oh, I've had 24 hours of diabetic annoyance in that I've been annoyed with my diabetes, and it can happen. You can imagine, can't you? Oh, it's about you, is it? It's about you now. Sorry, Dad. What are you talking about? Hey, I'm here. Look, people want to see me and your stanky ass. You do smell a bit, mate. Resist him. I'm not mad at him. Hey, homegrown. Good evening. Or poo evening. Hey, Gabriel OWOH. Tell her off. Tell who off? Tell her get off. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. So anyway, I've got coffee, I've got cats, I've got a synth on the table. Hey, James Dyson. How you doing? How you getting on? And hello, Gabriel. Welcome to our little stream and our community of us. Synthesizers, cats, coffee, nature, sometimes philosophical chat. More often than not, silliness. Everything is encouraged and everything is allowed within... as long as it's good vibes. You're allowed to have whatever you like here. It's one of those kind of live streams where it's all right. It's a bit of fun. And as Panda rightly points out, if you tune in on a Jamming in Jim Jams, you've got on a Sunday night, you have the opportunity to see one of the cats poo live. I mean, he could have done it, on his camera, couldn't he? But no, he didn't. I don't know why you're putting that next to my arm. I don't really want to... Hey, SDB. I don't really want that next to... I mean, the smell was just something else. I still feel a bit, challenged by that. Our studio's not looking great. I do apologise. So I stripped these the other... was it last week? A week ago. And I started realising... what a flipping massive task it is to put it all back together to make it work, which is the whole point, is that it's got to be connected up and they've got to be connected to itself, and it's got to be connected to a clock. So the only thing you can see back there, the beautiful yellow box, was a kit. When I first sort of sold a synth kit. It's not a synth kit. It was a USB. It was a MIDI 3 box, 1 in, 8 out. He caught it last night. I don't know if he's doing much in the way of kits anymore, but a while back he was doing loads, and really, fantastic. Just the heart of my studio. So I'd send a MIDI clock into that, and it would just spit it out everywhere, all over the place. Brilliant. So, and then it sounds such a boring bit of kit, doesn't it? But oh my word, the joy it brings, because it puts everything together, and it's the community. It's the community leader. My nose is itching. It might be the moustache. Anyway, so we're here. It's Wednesday. We've had a little jam with the circuit tracks. We've got the cats. We've got our coffee. I hope you're all drinking something. The cats have had some treats. Oh, look at you. You're happy with that, aren't you? Yeah. Tom? They're off their dried food. That's what it is, I think. They're just being annoying. Yeah? Oh sorry. This is now Team Tom masking Team Jackson. But if you go here, see, Jackson's on the table. If I do this. Oh, no. Anyway, I was trying to get them both on screen in a weird way. Yeah. Just put your stanky, not on the cable. I found the proper cable for the, it's amazing, isn't it? We buy cables. We have cables. We lose cables. So I'd lost the Novation cable for this. And you can use any cable, but it is nice to use the one that came with it. And I think there's just something about that. Optocoupler into the hex inverter, into the second hex inverter. What are you talking about, Panda? There's Tom. There we go. So, anyway, is that Andy going to bed? Night night. Or is Kent going to bed? Who's going to bed? I hope you've had your cup of hot chocolate before bed, or perhaps you're having a nice chamomile tea. Buy cables. I bet you make your own. I love making. This is one of mine. I made this. I love making cables too. It's that therapeutic thing about you like that, don't you? You like that. Oh, I just bet. So a week ago we got this on the table. Before I actually start the episode, Steve wants to shout out about a bargain he found today, and maybe you guys might be interested too. Hello, Tom. It's very close, isn't it? Did that actually work? Yeah, so pinned at the top. So pinned at there, you've got. He bought the Jangle Box piano from Spitfire Originals, which is 17 quid. Blimey, that is a bargain. So there's more. Apparently they're all on sale. So go avail yourself of some software instrument. We'll do some software on this channel once. Will we? Won't we, Tom? Hey? I said Tom. There he goes. You can see the Akai now. I mean, there's. And it's tight. Oh, here he comes. No. Oh, hang on. I pressed the wrong button. And I'm talking to you. But look, you can see the Akai now. That's not an Akai. That's a circuit tracks. Can we do this, guys? Typically, neurons are aggregated into layers. Differing layers may perform different transformations on their inputs. Wrong stream. Yeah, that is the wrong stream. What? What does that mean? I think we have generally say hi to everyone, but not always by tagging. Steve. Yes. So, yeah. And on mod... Andy Synchrotron, who may or may not be in bed, pointed out on one of his streams, he's great Saturday morning droner. So part of my ritual, my weekly ritual, is to clean the house whilst having him on in the background. Well, thank you, Scott, sir. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. I can do that, can't I? Oh, there we go. And he once told me and obviously the people who were listening, that if you're on a mobile device and you can't the name, if you type in the name exactly as it's for James Dyson, capital J AMES space capital DYSON, then that highlights it for the originator. There you go. Now you know. So if you're on a device, give it a go. Just tag someone. Just Kent Spong it. So now then, we got this on the table, and in typical Jervis fashion, it was a long day at work. I'd come home and I thought, right, I'll just do that, and nothing worked. So we actually put it on, and I could not get, for the life of me, the components. Oh, hello, it's big. Why am I so big? Don't answer that. None of you. Not a word. Oh, hello. Oh, that's beautiful. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to make it full screen so I can... You know, I'm talking to you, and you're there. I'm seeing your chat, which is there, and then I'm using the software, which is there. And literally there. So I'm kind of like with the... Yeah. I need a haircut. Okay, so any... I'm not having a mullet. Just putting it there. But I am probably going to have short back and sides of some sort. When you've got a moustache like this, if you don't have the right haircut, it kind of like it doesn't have the same impact. A good moustache, a good facial ornament. Tom's just talking. He's looking at me over there. Is that? Stay still. Thought he had a tick. If you don't have the right sort of haircut and attire to go with a moustache or any sort of facial ornamentation, it can just be lost. And when you spend time in getting a moustache or a beard, you want that to be appreciated at all times. So, tonal axis, can you put another synth through the Novation tracks at some point, please? Well, I normally do. It's got an audio input, but I don't think it goes through the Synth Engine, if that's what you mean. It just comes... You can mix and use the effect. I think that's it, I think. Is that right, Tom? Do you know? Well, now I'm going to have to RTFM. Okay, anyway, so we got through the episode with the help of the community. The community! Does GetJervis look like one part of Yellow Duo? They're Dutch, right? This is a Dutch moustache. Another one you talk with the slick back hair. Yes, I get you. Oh yeah, I've got that cassette somewhere. Who knows where? Anyway, hey Rustic, what up? So yeah, the Wookiee. I don't understand haircuts. It grows back. What is the point? Yeah, you're right. Mine grows stupid fast. The Swiss. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Wagoon. You are in Switzerland. Oh, Dieter Meyer, Swiss. Oh, I see Probe's nose as well. I am shamed. Why did I think they were Dutch? The BBC Radiophonics Workshop, Part 2. Yeah, so James Dyson, just back on the tagging in the chat. If you're on Chrome, typing @ and then the first part of the name you want to tag, and it'll autofill it in, so you can just click it. But on a mobile device, it's much trickier. Anyway, solid moustache advice is why I come here. Thanks, Peter Coit. You know where to come for solid moustache. Right. So we finally got the synths working, and the great thing is that the buttons on the synth. So I'm pressing synth 1 purple, synth 2 green. Yeah, see green. I mean it's a bit overexposed. Maybe we should. It still doesn't. It just doesn't. It still looks overly bright. So let's just. we've been watching shocking television on Paramount, for Shroomy, like kids horror stuff, and it was awful. It had Mel Gibson in it though, which was redeeming, but he's no Mad Max anymore. Anyway, so let's go back to here. So we actually got somewhere eventually, and I for the life of me can't remember who helped. And that shocks me, so apologies if you're lurking gherkin, because I think it was a lurking gherkin. And I think they sort of just popped up. Hey, Robbie's black. So that's the beauty of having a stream. Tom, what do you want? Okay, you can get out of the port. When I get the aircon on, I think it's almost time because it's warm in here. The beauty of having a stream where. Oh, you fatty! You stuck. Shroomy, you would have had to come and literally his little legs like just. Hang on. Do you want to go as well? Oh, it's like. Oh no! Oh, actually. Oh. Do you know what? The proof of the pudding is in the eating. Jackson isn't as fat as Tom. It's because Tom's not fussy about the dry food. He'll eat it. Whereas Jackson's like, no, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating that. I want treats. So they're both gone now. Anyway, so the beauty of this community is that, I showed up. Nothing worked. And because of the generosity of you guys and your time and your knowledge, because none of you are daft. You might act a bit daft, but none of you are daft. You've all got bloody intelligence, all got muse-intelligence, and that's amazing, isn't it? So we are a strong community of, we like to help each other, and that's beautiful, and that's really beautiful. So I'm really grateful for the help given last week. So we got there. We got it working. We got it working with the computer as well, so we could see what we're doing. But as a result, we managed to cover two aspects of the synth, and that was literally the oscillator, which were good, and the filters, which were not so good. And we were. Is that what you mean, Rich, when you said, "GetJervis, you grow quick"? Yes, I do grow quick. Hair grows really quick. It's ridiculous. I had short hair in February when I did Synth East. I had a haircut. That was my last haircut, though. It's 4 months, isn't it? But that's yeah. So it's off to see my fabulous hairdresser up the road at my next working from home day in my lunch break. Anyway, Fred, right. Jackson would still make the better feline sumo wrestler. Yeah, just his head, his massive head. Anyway, so hey, Doommonger. So we got there, we got it working, and I thought, well, we'll continue that this week, and I'm glad really because I've had a 24-hour of diabetes, having had enough of diabetes. So the filter in this thing is woefully, considering the Nova background. Considering the base station, the super base station, the base station 2, I don't understand why it's as weak as it is, and it is pretty weak. Let's get the effects off actually. I just want to get back to this. But those oscillators are brilliant. They're bloody brilliant. So, right. Just yeah, it's not there, is it? It's just not there. Yeah. Can you use your own waves? Probably not. I mean, I would not think this is that. It's not that kind of instrument, Biscuit, and that is a shame. Like I said, there needs to be a Circuit Pro. Imagine that with either a properly designed filter, and I cited the perfect combination of someone who can actually really, hang on, where is it? The one person in the world who can design the digital filter on this is better than the analog filter. So Jörg Schaff, who, you know, what an asset to Focusrite Group he would be. Jesus, I mean, come on. I mean, you know, that would be the perfect. Anyway, that's me. You know, just saying. Anyway, right. Robbie, there's no negative modular chat. Modular, don't diss it. Sit down. Anyway, so Cressy, is that the res on the filter that's crap, or all of it? Right. I mean, I love a 12 dB. That's kind of my go-to. Yeah, I mean, Synth Samurai, you're right. Focusrite do. I mean, that's the point of what they're doing is when you've got companies like in music, and obviously Behringer or what's the Music Tribe. I mean, they are absorbing companies. So, I mean, what's it, American, German, British? I mean, you know, but we've got Sequential and Oberheim, which are almost too big. Novation haven't done anything since the peak. I mean, you know, a synthesizer, a good quality synthesizer. So, I mean, you've got smaller companies like PWM who are great, but they don't have as much of the back end that you would get with someone like Novation Group. Anyway, yeah, absolutely, Synth Samurai, and I think that is in some ways, you know, to anyone getting into music, having a couple of brands like that. I mean, and I'm going to throw Arturia in there as well, because Arturia, you know, their software portfolio is exceptional, you know, and they don't sit still, and their synth stuff. I mean, you know, I've gone back to using my Rack Brute. It's just perfect. You know, I do think some sort of polyphonic Arturia would be needed here. I'm drinking a very strong coffee. I made it in my espresso pot on the stove. What are you drinking? So, you know, there's a lot of companies out there that are small, and, you know, I mean, modular companies especially. I mean, there's a lot of real quality engineers. So all it takes is someone like Novation to do a bit of freelancing. Just say, hey, we got this product, this idea for a product. Let's do the Circuit Pro. And it really needs to step up. It needs to be somewhere. It needs to be like, you know, circuit tracks on steroids. We need some proper voices. Maybe give it 4 analog, you know, sort of 4 synth voices, you know, and then 8 sample tracks, like the 8 sample tracks exactly like the rhythm, and then, you know, a few sample for loops and stuff, you know. But it needs to have like a decent synth engine in it. I mean, I would happily have a Circuit Pro twice the size with a similar format. And I ruddy love the way this feels. I mean, if you, oh, I don't go the right way. Sorry, guys. This is, oh, dirty boy, come on. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. I've had this years, and that was for on there, so it could. But yeah, it just feels so good, and of course it's full size MIDI, full size jacks, mini jack for headphones. I mean, so much right with it, but also, here's what you could have won. So. Am I? What is that? What is this thing? Oh. It lost connection. It just sounds plasticky, doesn't it? There's no anti-alias. Could do with some more anti-aliasing. It's a bit steppy. So it, and you've only got. I don't know where that low end's coming from, but I like that. See, see, there's some usable parts that I would want that. I'd want more of that. Hey, the pith. Really, really thin sounding most of the time, which isn't a bad thing. A Juno, any of the Junos, like wafer thin. I had a Juno 106 for a little while, which wasn't mine, and I just wasn't interested. And that's probably why I'm not a big vintage Roland fan. For me, I don't know. But then, equally, it just sits in a mix. So if you've got heavy hitting drums and bass and then you've got like a thin pad, it works, right? But I went digital with my pads when I was back in the 90s. That's, where is it? It's not back in yet. It's still not been cleaned. My walled-off microwave. You know, I bought that in 1999, I think, or 2000. See, Robbie, the 106 is glorious. It's not. You see, that's the beauty of having preferences, that we've all got an opinion on what sounds good, and that's from our point of view, and that's accepted and encouraged. So yeah, enjoy your 106. Love your 106. I will not join you. But yeah, you know, I mean, if Synth Samurai's still there, the 106, was it the Juno 60? The Juno 60 was the bass for the Deep Mind. And I mean, that was almost inspired. Why not take the idea a little further on down the road? Needs a bit of everything needs Eurorack. Anyway, so yeah, so it does sound a bit thin, and that's not always bad, but the more range and subtlety you can coax out of any individual component part of your synthesizer as a whole, then that gives you more flexibility and to play with, right? So, you know, with this, for instance, I mean, low end sounds fine. I kind of like that. Let's get a bit of drive on it. What can we... And again, a big fan of the BBC Radiophonics Workshop. So anything that sounds weird. And I remember I did the video for Toman on the Erica bass synth, and I had so much fun creating weird and wonderful sounds. Then when I submitted the video, I was told to do it again. Because all the sounds, he said, well, I'm going to do Julian now. It's called a bass synth. Why do you not make any bass sounds? Because I made these sounds. They're different. But he's right. He was right. It's called the, you know, is it the bass line? Cracking synth. Great sounding thing, but more than it's, and I think that's Erica though, more than what it says in the tin, you know? And I like that. I like small, perfectly formed, and does a bit more than you expect. And doesn't necessarily do what it should do. Hey, Cornish, how you doing? So we've got that, right? What are the envelopes like? Let's get rid of that. Oh, and then you've got, I mean, at least it's got bandpass. They're lackluster. Don't hate me, Novation. Your filter is lackluster. If you want me to, you know, that's a 6 decibel as well. That's quite. Why couldn't you do a 6 dB low pass? I mean, you could easily chuck one of the sequential filters on here as a you know, pro idea. I mean, you've got enough brands. Get Jürgen straight away, because he will make the circuit sing, but he can use and utilize some of the analog circuitry that you've got to keep the brands. You know, you could market the Circuit Pro with Oberheim filter, with Oberheim and sequential analog filters in the box. I mean, come on, isn't that going to appeal to people? Anyway, I don't work for Novation, but if I did, that would be my first thing. Jason Jervis, head of what's the development? A&R. It's not A&R. So sorry, I'm missing questions here. So Rich says, why don't you do the different filter types? I was going to do that. You have the drive all the way up. I do. I was trying to. Where were you a minute ago? I didn't always have it up. And we did this last week. I don't want to go over this again. It doesn't make it better having it off. I did just do that. That was an unexpected. So, you know, it's kind of, it's right. I'm going to go back to low pass. Let's get the resonance off. What is this playing? The oscillators are, what is this? My table's a bit wonky. Right. Right. That sounds stupidly quiet, doesn't it? Why? Oh. I don't know where that other sounds. It sounds like there's. Is it me? Have I done something daft here? Where's the init track? Again, you know, this would be useful, wouldn't it, to be able to do an initialized patch. It's still. I can still hear it. I can still hear it. It's 1 o'clock and time for lunch. Fum-de-dum-de-dum. When the sun beats down and I lie on the bench, I can always hear them talk. There's always been Ethel. Jacob, wake up. You got to tidy your room now. And then Mr. Lewis. Isn't it time he was out on his own? Over the garden wall, 2 little lovebirds cuckoo to you. Keep their mowing blades sharp. Anyway, I know what I like. So, where else do you get that sort of quoting? Lyrical quotes. The coffee's kicked in. That just sounds super quiet. And it's still got that weird... I'm looking here for any obvious way of getting a synth patch settings. Oh. Modulation, patch settings. Is there a... Oh, create patch. All right, all is forgiven. Okay, so such a magic behind every wave. Yeah, absolutely. Right, so... Right, let's get a keypad. So we've got... Oh, I've just ruined it. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. Right, let's start again. And let's not press... I was just trying to get this. Just that. Right, okay. I mean, that initial patch, you know, and it has to be... It sounds like what Jackson did on Sunday. Right. So Loads of beautiful waves. My preference with this is definitely the wavetables. See, yes. Just yes. This is where it's at. Right. I'm going to leave the filter well alone. Let's have a look at the envelope. So is that beefy enough? Let's get a sine wave in. Oh, what's that? Right. Maybe I'll just I think maybe get the sequencer going. Ooh, nice. Nice. I don't know if I like that wavetable with that, thanks. Again, I think it's the hint of, and then you've got this. No, that's this. I don't know what any of this stuff does. Ooh. Let's bring the semitones. Right, okay, let's just get a little sequence going. We've already got that thing. Sorry, that's absolutely crushed it, isn't it? It feels quiet compared to that, doesn't it? So the overall filter's not bad. It's too low, isn't it? Go back to the sine. Oh, hang on. It's got three envelopes. Right. So let's keep a bit of that. Let's see what we can do. See if we can actually make anything a bit more useful with the routing the envelope to. Oh, it's already. They think of everything. Of course it is. There's no point in me doing that, is there? Because obviously if I just do this now and go envelope, see envelope to frequency. You see, that's better. I don't think you can push it. I think it's one of those things, because it's the way it is, it just has to be used in a very subtle way. Yeah, okay. Bypass, none. Okay. All right. Well, that's something. So, is Q not resonance? I suppose that's from that's the width of the band pass, isn't it? Okay. Oh, it doesn't. I wanted it to do something. That. There's no visual evidence of what I'm doing, but you can hear it, can't you? You know, I just, where's the... How long would it take me to put this? Yeah, he's good. He's 50 minutes in. Right, have we got... I haven't turned it down. Oh, I see. No. It's a mixer. Let's turn it up, though. I think... Let's go back to... Now it's distorting. Bullfrog. All right, let's go crazy with the LFO then. Yeah, you go. Rate. Oh, okay. I thought I'd pressed sync. There you go. Oh, slow. So let's go. There you go. What are we going to do with that? Key sync. Let's go frequency. So what we've got there, we've got the LFO1. Let's link it to the frequency. Oh, I'm being an idiot. Oh, it's already... No, just at pitch 1. Now that... It's a bit awkward, but I kind of like that. It doesn't sound like that, does it? Right. I think any kind of modulation, any kind of movement with the filter brings it to life. Anyway. Let's bring a gun to a knife fight. I don't know if this has got FX input. I don't think it's got an audio input for the filter. Yeah. Okay. Let's try it. Right, okay. I kind of need a cat to entertain us while I get the power supply out. Ooh. Oh, hang on. By the gods! Okay. Did I just see someone say, oh, Recon's in the house? Okay, well... in the house. Okay. Honestly, if you haven't yet bought yourself any of these, geez, you just owe it to yourself. It's Mental Health Day, and this is as simple as it is. Ready for this? Hang on, I'm in that one. Yeah, and I don't need to go. Oh, where's the power supply for my synthesizer? No, I just get out a ripcord. Although I can't bring out the step ups because they're in my. I'm going to go and jam on a beach bag, which I haven't done that yet. So okay, now we need to go out of here into here, into here, into. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute that because it's your ears. Just saying. Oh, darling, why don't you? Oh, yeah, output. We need a MIDI cable. Just because I think. Well, actually, we don't need a MIDI cable, do we? Because we're going to go into it. But I think I am not confident that the inputs of this will do what you want it to do. See, I blame that on you. Gaslighting you. Gaslight. Who else gaslights you on a stream? No, I don't think it's going to do what I think it's going to do. I don't think. No. We don't care about two. We care about one. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. Two can be as sad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. Okay, ready? Nothing. Right. I have been known to plug the wrong output. No, it's the output. Going into the input. Come on, Jervis. Work this, damn you. I mean, it wouldn't be fair for me to compare the synth engines. It just wouldn't, because we're talking, 3 to 4 times the price for just one voice. You see, that's why they need to hire him. FX input. Oh, here we go. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Well, as they say, RTFM Jervis. Oh, maybe no. I don't know. And there's no way to trigger that without putting a MIDI cable in. So let's have a see if we've at least got. Oh, is somebody already telling me you've got the mixer muted? Yeah, Wagoo, of course. Sorry, hang on. No. Mixer section external in if you want to go through the filter. Thank you. Oh no, where's Darth Maul? I see it. For some reason I couldn't see that. I did look for that. And I thought it would be remiss. Stop it. Stop it. Stop your contootling. Right, you ready? External in. Amazing. I can see stuff coming in. Let's turn all that off. Dry. Do we need to trigger? Do we need to... All right. Oh my goodness. No, I don't think we do. Am I on? Am I still on? It's definitely going in, right? Do I have to go? Do I have to route it? Okay. MIDI channel setup. I don't know if I need. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Biscuit. I think I need to trigger the. Yeah, I do. I know this. To somehow trigger the. So what I was thinking of doing. That's going to work. If I just do this, it's not going to work, is it? No, I didn't think so. Right. Thanks, Sam. Yes, I know I'm hot. Oh. Oh, I'm still plugged into the external output. Right. Yeah, but I kind of need... What is the weird buzzing? Where's that come from? It sounds like another case of... Right. Just wanted to just try this out. There it is, but there's no sound, right? It's just going to play the sound, though, isn't it? And that's not what I want. Unless I do want that. I don't know. I'm not convinced this is going to give us what we want. There's absolutely... I wouldn't know. 12 to 19 volts, 2 amps. I'm sure that's going to give us enough. Unless I'm under amping it. That doesn't make sense. Hey, Lazorg. Not me going nuts over A and B MIDI cable nonsense. No. I think we all have these moments where we like question... Because it just is. Right, so... Just prove that I'm not mad. As mad. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's nothing playing. So I think what we need to do is go back to this. And let's go for another. Not connected. Should we just go back and just do another? Connected. What do you mean it's not connected? It is connected. Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Now then. I wonder if I just patch an LFO. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I think these kind of harebrained ideas are like, let's just do that. It can't be. How hard can it be? Well, it's not going to be hard. It's just going to take setup time. And I think doing this at the beginning of a stream before we press go live might be the option for next time. And if it doesn't work, I don't do it. But I think there's definitely a sort of a something there. Yeah. Hey, Lazog. VCA3 has 3 modes. Green, controlled by ADSR. Blue, controlled by gate. Off, controlled by voltage to the mod input. I mean, I'm not even getting... I think I've... Right. I don't think I'm even getting a sound anymore from this cable, which also could be a problem. Oh, yeah. No, there's nothing. Oh, there you go. Okay. And I now need to plug this back in to see what we're doing. Is that the right one? No, see, there's... Why is it not? No. So weird. It's not playing back. Right, okay. I am the idiot in the chair and you guys are watching me. Right, so what we were saying was that, but that's definitely doing something. So triggered by, so these should, so going out of this to, yeah, I don't know. So what was the thing? Hey Xander, how you doing? Aren't you supposed to be revising? Oh, you finish your exams? You're not with the young Jerv the younger, the middle Jerv. They've gone swimming tonight in the muddy sea, the Bristol estuary. The girlfriend, why are you wearing headphones? Yes. Anyway, right. He needs more time on his phone. Well, it's tough, basically. Right. What am I doing? Right. We're failing to do this. And one of these days. Right. We have done this. We've an hour and 15. Hour and 10. So, there's a lot to go on with this topic, I think. And I don't want you to think in any way, shape or form that I'm going to start a sentence and not finish it. Going to do that. I don't want you to think that I have negative feelings about the circuit tracks, because I do not. This is one of my most prized instruments, and I'm using the word instruments because it's a notepad, and it has never failed me. If I've been trying to do a jam and I get this out, I know within a very short space of time. Shift and gate button in ADSR section. Oh. That's not really doing anything. We go. I think I need to RTFM and just do that. Just play with it until I'm comfortable that it's doing what I need it to do, and then start the jam with that. But the point is that the Circuit Tracks is an inexpensive, fully featured 2-voice polyphonic synth analog modeling with 4 drum tracks. So you can build a whole track with it, and you've got 2 external MIDI tracks. So you can use your Delta Sepe and your fuse box, which, have I done that yet? Because that would be flipping ridiculous, wouldn't it? Anyway, so the point is that it's built to expand. If you had no money and you were starting and no synthesizers, there are far worse places to start. And if you were not as fussy about your individual components of your synthesizers, like we're all probably very particular about what kind of filters we like, what kind of envelope, what we expect for envelope, where we go with our oscillators. Whereas if it was your first synth, there's a lot to love. A lot to love. I mean, the macros make sense, and you just fiddle around with it, and you wouldn't, this, like I said, I've had it for a couple of years, and I haven't, when did they come out? I've had it since then. 2019? 20? Even, who knows? Lazorg, it's incredibly portable. I did a jam with this in Lady Bay, in Clevedon, and you sit down, you put your headphones on, and there's enough in it to create music that is inspired by the location you're in. Nothing wrong with that. So I love this. I love it. Absolutely love it. But I would, if I was being picky, and if I, 599, to get the next level. 399 for this, 599, maybe even 699. I mean, let's nudge it towards Electron territory. It's a lot easier to use an Electron. We're trying to do. Sorry, Jim. Go back to sleep. Yeah, you've been on the stream, Jim, when I've had the Digitone on, and I'm like, what? How does this work? I think I'm in that position where I've got so many various different codes, and you probably have the same, unless you're Jim. It's just modular and Electron for you, isn't it? That's all it is. But I think that's it. Or maybe you have got your preference for how you like to make music, and it can be one thing. Hey, Dots! Electron stuff was hard for me at first. I had to start with the model cycles and work out. Yeah, model cycles is fun. And model samples. I love those. I've got the Digitone, which I love the sound of it. And it is an FM, 4-operator FM synth, and it's simplified. But it gives so much back. But every time I use it, I have to really, it hurts my brain. I have written myself a shortcut guide from them, like a bullet point of how to make a track with, because I just, anyway. So Sam's just saying, he thinks an hour and a half is perhaps the best length for a stream. Personally, 2 hours is exhausting. No, I'm never going to do 2 hours unless it's like a party. But yeah, I think so. Okay. What do you think, guys? In the comments below, if you're watching this afterwards, an hour and a half, is that reasonable? We do a lot of chat. As well as the music. So, yeah, 90 minutes is cool, said Cressy. 12 hours, no less. James Dyson, no way. The Digitone 2 is on the way. Easier MIDI if you like that. If you have the one and want to have an easier grease box times. Do you know, what's the syntact? I enjoyed that. But it's about making music. And whoever you are, whatever kit you've got, work with it, learn it, push it. If it frustrates you, find something that doesn't frustrate you. Circuit tracks for me is so rewarding and so straightforward. I always gravitate back to it. Now I love. I took this. Careful. I took the Polyend synth to bed the other night, and I almost brought that for the jam on Jim Jams on Sunday, but I'll do that next week. So an hour and a half is exactly the time it takes to complete one orbit of Earth in low Earth orbit. So that's handy. Thanks, Roz. So yeah, brilliant. Okay, well we'll do that then. We'll push the boat out a little bit more, because I think ultimately I just didn't want to go on wittering on for hours on end about nothing. So I try to keep certainly these ones jamming in gym jams. Obviously, I jam for half an hour regularly because I think that's a Cressy. Since on 2 hours is your lower average. I've seen your hardware jam submission. Andy, right. 2 hours is best for an unboxing and noodling experimentation. Yeah, maybe we can do that as well as Zorg. So, anyway. So, nothing can stop me from loving this. Nothing. Because it is. It's the perfect size. It's the perfect amount of stuff. Yes, I find limitations. I hit walls. But that's what these are for, right? And I can take it anywhere else I want to. It doesn't have to have... It really does not have to have any modular or semi-modular capability. I don't think that would compromise its beauty. Leave that as it is. But better synth components and a pro version. Doesn't have to be Circuit Tracks version 3, because I think this is fine. It's fine as it is. Right. I am going to wind off because I have got some things to do. The studio still a mess. You know, empty shelves. Empty. And this is a GoPro. This is 2 action cameras, if you like. Dad, action cameras. So motorcycling, Moto Synth Adventure will be coming your way soon. I've started filming. This weekend I have planned, weather permitting, I have a new phone contract which has got different different providings. So hopefully that will accommodate the beach jamming that I want to do. I don't know what synth I'm gonna take yet, or what synths I would love. I mean, maybe I take the Delta to bed and I just get to learn it more. Maybe I take the Circuit Tracks to trigger it. I mean, it's a sexy package, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, no sleep for the wicked, no wicked for the sleep. All wicked for the sleep. Right. You beautiful people, don't forget to drop us a like if you've got this far. Is that 25? Come on, give me some love. Give the channel some love and make it good so that people can find us. I mean, draw the extras in. On the beach, lol. Look on the beach, looking at the standing on the beaches, looking at the peaches. I think is the what's that coming at? I know the next line. I can't say it. I'm not going to say it. Faux pros. These aren't faux pros. One of them's a real GoPro, but unfortunately, I've had it years. The HDMI output doesn't work anymore, and I cannot connect it to my phone anymore. It's a 6. The 7 was the last one that had HDMI, and then they brought out the media mod, which is like stupid money. You bought the camera, and it's small, and that's the beauty of it. So you put a big housing around it. To get the and it's I hate micro HDMI. That doesn't have it either. USB-C though, but then the model above, it's just, you know, they're all throttled because they're small, but they have a place. So you will see those in action. Yeah. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the party. Yeah. Here every Wednesday and Sunday. There's going to be a Wednesday I can't do at some point, I think, but that's not for a couple of weeks. But we'll talk more about that, and I might just, or is that Tuesday? In which case the Wednesday's fine. Ooh, Wagyu's gone Insta360 X5, less overheating the X3. Yeah, I think the Instas are, you know, yeah. Don't get me started. Oh, Peter. I told you that one, right? No. By you have your instructions. You know what you need to do. Anyway, thanks very much for coming. Thanks for a happy Wednesday. Hope you've enjoyed. If you're watching this in the future, drop us a like downstairs. Drop us a comment. Say what you liked, what you disliked, what you would like to see more of. I would like to see more Radical Technologies equipment. Doing the thing I wanted to do at the time I wanted to do, but that's all to do with me. Nothing to do with the kit. Anyway, guys, be well. I'll maybe not even play out. No. Okay, Crusty, like button. Yeah. Why is it not working? Have I just muted it? Oh, let's go back to the first jam. I muted it here. I did mute it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there we go. Where's the other one? That's not bad, is it? Come on! That's Prodigy style. First one, but at least he's faster.